fierce morality. Nightfall, the rain, and the silence leads. We have come into the night, plunder, rage, and war a night. We have come into the night, plunder, rage, and war a night. We'll fight! Darkades! Ragnarok! Sail war! Finger up for Ragnarok! Finger up for Ragnarok! Finger up for Ragnarok! Welcome to Valhalla! Finger up for Ragnarok! Finger up for Ragnarok! Finger up for Ragnarok! Welcome to Valhalla! I can feel it in my veins, the warrior inside of me. Finger up for Ragnarok! Finger up for Ragnarok! Finger up for Ragnarok! Welcome to Valhalla!
Hello everyone, and welcome to another casting of games from week 1. This week we will be casting the Ramen Renegades against the Goats. And I'm joined by Modlock and Boo I'm Satan on the cast. How you guys doing? Hi guys. We are live. Get out of here, Patrick. So how you guys feeling about this week's games with Ramen Renegades and the Goats? For sure. How you feeling, Boo? Yeah, we definitely have a lot of people who we had been playing in the Press R series with, so I know Ramen Renegades especially has basically an entire team from there. And I think the Goats do too, actually. Yeah, so actually both teams do, so we've got all kinds of people. But it'll be exciting to see them. They definitely at least have some experience playing against each other. And we'll get into the draft for game 1. Here we see we got Goats on the blue side and the Ramen Renegades on the red side. Looks like the Goats were trying to get rid of Shunpo's Katarina in the first round, and then his Victor and Corky in the second round. They also took away Vi from the jungle and Caitlyn for the ADC. On the side of the Ramen Renegades, they were taking out Anivia and Illaoi. Illaoi's definitely a headache in that top lane, along with Victor, Samira, and Echo. Oh, whoops, yes. That's true. That range abuse, and if you can get a double range Caitlyn plus range support, it is a very oppressive lane. Discord audio is up. Why is this not working? Try and say something now. Oh. Not yet. Goodness. They were working yesterday. What the fuck? Try now. If I disable streamer mode. No. Oh, there. I'll be right back. I'm gonna try to figure out this Discord issue. Sorry, everybody.
I can hear myself typing. I think. Yep.
Oh.
It's working. Hi. Okay.
Is it picking up now? Oh yeah, I heard my voice. I didn't want to hear my voice.
We're back.
We fixed it!
Kind of.
Wait. Do you hear me twice in Twitch or once?
Once.
Okay, cool. Then this should work for what we need right now. I'll figure it out later. Sorry, everyone. We will get back to it.
You want to pop up in your stream on Discord and talk through some of these bans here?
Yep.
Ooh, they have the Mordekaiser pick on Goats. I kind of like Goats draft here over Ramen Renegades. Just simply because I feel like a Nasus win condition is so hard to pull off, especially when you have CC from multiple sources and the anti-tank between Trundle and Mordekaiser. It's going to be disastrous.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
well,
are
yeah,
two big.
ban.
Those are two big champs that if they get fed, they'll be scary. On the
And they
opposite
just
side, Slug does have his Nasus. Slug is very good at keeping that champion playing safe.
Mhm.
So could be still a scary pick once he scales up that Q.
It really comes down to the alt timings. If the Trundle and the Mordekaiser can hold their alts until the Nasus has to alt, they steal more stats. But if not, it could be big
For sure.
in
And
the
then
top side.
for the jungle, they both have pretty good team fight alts, and the looks like. Oh wait, no. Moo will be support. This will be that Trundle or more jungle. But they have the Wukong on the side of Ramen Renegades, who has a big team fight ultimate. And then they've got that Ziggs Leona bot for the nice poke and engage, and Jean Po running the Yone in the mid lane for the Ramen Renegades.
For anyone who doesn't know, our glorious mid laner Shunpo is a serial killer and likes to sleep in jeans.
I'm excited to see the skill matchup mid lane. Aryan to Yone is definitely going to be some highbrow. I better see some highbrow gameplay. If they just farm into their turrets, I'm going to be sad.
I'm sure they'll get into it. Shunpo likes to get kills, even though last season we told him to just keep farming, and he'd complain about it every game.
Well, then I'm excited. Let's
But with that, we're gonna try and get to the game. I'm gonna make sure I have the right one loaded up real quick, since I didn't label them.
Oh no.
Luckily, it's only two, so hopefully I'll just get it right.
Oh my god. Unbelievable.
Now I know. Alright, with that, we'll be getting into game one.
Alright, awesome. I expect to see a kill a minute at least. Give me something to cast. Get owned. In jeans.
You guys think there'll be any kind of invade shenanigans with them, or you think they're just gonna line up at the line of scrimmage?
If I were the team with the Nasus, I would personally just line up. But possibly might see an invade from the blue side here.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
In top side.
Nice.
Let's see if they can catch the dog sleeping. Ooh!
First blood from Mordekaiser. Should set up the top lane to go a little more smoothly, since you're gonna want to bully that Nasus early.
Yeah, it's gonna be disastrous for him. That was a really good invade top side as opposed to bot side. Most people aren't ready for that as a top laner.
Minions have spawned.
Luckily, it's kind of the same plan there for the Nasus, where you'll just decide to play safe anyways, so now it's just a little more scary. So the jungles will be mirroring each other. We'll see if we end up getting any shenanigans near that top scuttle.
Ari put a nice little ward on the chickens. I like that. I like seeing that from the mid laner.
I guess you get info to figure out where the enemy jungler started, and you can play into your laning around it. It's like the Trundle's deciding to go straight from red to blue, so might be looking for an early gank in the top or mid lane.
I could also see him trying to fight Wukong or steal his red before he can get there.
Yeah. Standard. Looking for that level 2. Pretty standard start here,
Yep.
though. They're gonna look for the all-in bot lane. Alright, they get on to the Leona, but you proxy Aftershock, so she should just stroll it out. But the Ignite comes out for the Amumu. She gets out.
Definitely a nice little trade there for them.
Yeah, that'll definitely make it hard for Ziggs to farm like he likes to.
There's a little bit of an interesting lane duo where Leona wants to all in for very early and Ziggs wants to kind of scale up the items. So Leona will probably want to look to disengage more so than engage.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, I guess that's good. Eco's Amumu Q's to cut it out. Oh, they're looking for the invade on the Wukong.
Nice charm there by the Ahri.
Oh,
Helping out the Trundle invade, picking up the kill and then enemy Wukong. And stealing away his red hook.
It's a good punish there, especially because they have the wave in the mid side, and then he got to rotate up to that, so the Yon really wasn't able to follow. Oh, and a really good tower dive, and he gets the kill. That was really clean by Cripplord to know.
Unfortunate for Shunpo, didn't have his W up to the shield, but Ignite killed.
Yeah, that was really well done. Got the invade with the wave pressure and gets the kill. That's I mean, you can't ask for a better start than this if you're the blue side.
For sure.
Oh. Going into the Leona again. Looks like she's gonna get out. She's just 1v2 tagging. Off the cleanse flash, gets him anyway, but the Amumu picks up that kill. Triss is gonna walk out.
Yeah, Triss nice and low. Unfortunately, Ziggs hadn't had the cooldown up on the Q to try to secure that kill.
Mordekaiser actually not bad by the Nasus. 25 CS to 25 CS. The CS will be equal once this wave pushes in. That's really hard to do early game.
Yeah, like I said, Slug's gotten really good on that Nasus, even in the early matchups. Just staying alive and getting this far to get to that scaling.
This is game 1, by the way. Bulgaria. So, kind of coming out with both teams, don't really have any expectations. Kind of just feeling each other out. It's week 1, so you never know what people are going to pull out. I am really impressed with this Nasus farm. Because if you can't even get ahead of Nasus and farm for like the first 6-7 levels, it just gets harder and harder, of course, as time goes on. You know what, Bulgaria? I'm sorry, I'm supposed to clarify, that was a Bentage question. Can you?
Yep, they've got kind of kills across the board here for the Ghosts right now.
Can we look real quick to see how many stacks that Nasus has out of that 40 CS?
He's sitting on 69, nice.
69, yeah.
So he's getting the lower in-game volume a bit.
Okay.
Hard to
There you go.
Yeah, that's really impressive. Yon keeping up at CS even with the death there. Ooh, he goes for that
Ooh,
charm.
he almost got the snap.
Nasus does not have level 6 though, so has a little more. Nope. Sorry,
Well,
it's only
it's
an execute.
Yeah, I'd say at least it's an execute. Really got hypey for that play.
Real.
Tried to force it.
Yeah,
if he waited just a second more before forcing that, his Ignite would have been up, and he would have probably got that kill.
Let me know if you want me to turn the game sound down anymore.
Much better. Holy damn. So 50% question mark? Still pretty aggressive.
Slug is just sitting top lane, no HP, like Mordekaiser can't just smack him.
Mordekaiser doesn't really have any forced engage. Ooh, okay, well,
Good
if he walks
kill
up,
there by Huss.
Mordekaiser doesn't have vault, maybe he turns this? No, just has to walk it out. So a little lack of coordination from the jungle and the top laner. Nasus didn't really know what the plan was there.
Does get to pick up the Sheen and the health cooldown bead. So
Yeah.
still building towards that Sunder that Nasus is gonna want to get to be a little more scary.
Hopefully when the Wukong, I'm not sure if he's aware of the interaction, but hopefully when the Wukong hits 6, he rotates top for another gank, because if he can bait the Mordekaiser to ult his clone, it becomes a really easy snowball effect in that lane. And Nasus with more farm, eventually he could just solo the Mordekaiser, assuming he doesn't have to ult before the Mord ults him.
Sure. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to set up a gank on Shumpo in the mid lane. They've got a Moo and Trundle hanging around. Still back near his tower, so he's fairly safe.
How do you feel about Halo Blades Tristana versus just regular 80 carry?
The regular would be just the lethal tempo, right?
Yeah, lethal tempo is sometimes a good press the attack,
Yeah.
or at least they used to, but...
I think it's just you're trying to look for a little more early game Halo Blades, because you get that empowered 3 autos. But you'll lose out some in the late game team fights.
To answer the chat's question, it's not incredibly easy to get more to ult the clone, but there is a delay. But there is a delay in the Mordekaiser ult, like it does have to take a second. So if the Nasus just waits it out and lets the Wukong kind of all in, the Mord will either be forced to ult the Wukong and try to predict the clone, or kind of just take the free death almost, where a 75% chunk and then he walks it out and the Nasus gets to free farm. So it's not, even if they don't kill the Mordekaiser, it's not going to be a negative. But
yeah, you can also use that Wukong Shadow if you get it as the Mord's trying to ult you. It'll just stop his ult for the first time he tries.
Yeah.
So you can also use it that way.
I can't work Twitch. There we go. I got the... There we go. Still similar farm, it seems like, across the board.
Yep. And despite the 2 deaths, Nets still keeping up on farm. So still doing a good job up there. Shumpo's gotten about a 10 million gold lead despite his death. So he's scaling up on that young.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of it. Yeah, even with that kind of bad start, but even without that start, you'd expect Red Team to be behind just with the Ziggs and the Nasus looking to hyperscale.
Right.
We'll start to try to fight around that mid-game, like 1 or 2 item spike from the Wukong, maybe. But until Young gets a shield bow and stuff, it's not the best. They can't really contest anything.
E into the passive activate until ultimate on Mord, trying to kill off his Nasus again. Nasus ults to stay alive, trying to delay, pop out and see if Wukong can save him. It's like it just gets out with sub 100 health.
Yeah, that's not the trade
But
he's
he
looking
made
for.
it out.
Especially with the wave going under his turret, but at least the Wukong's there to pick up the farm, so it's not wasted. Would have put a trade, and then Amumu's looking low. Oh, almost from the Ziggs.
Well, he had to try and secure that kill.
Yeah.
So Trist will be alone for a little bit. The first side of the map.
Yeah, the bot side didn't. They did hold their sunspot, so they can reset and try again here. But the reason why I don't like that Halo Blade Tristana is I feel like it forces you to look for plays early, and if you don't get the early snowball, Halo Blades is just not a good summoner to have going into those team fights. On an 80 carry, it doesn't feel good. You almost have to play Tristana like an assassin at that point instead of an 80 carry.
Right.
But yeah, the Leona disengage, of course, is going to make it hard for him to pull that off. So.
Yeah, I'd agree. It's like, got married into the idea, but with the Leona there to stop you, it makes it tough.
Yeah. That's I'm not a fan of it. I know a lot of people like that Hail Blades. I really go with the consistent lethal tempo. Because, I mean, people forget the scaling range and just the damage Tristana can dish out late game. Her mid game's kind of weak if you don't get ahead, but you don't always need it. Ooh.
Nice dodge there
Ambitious
with the
flash.
clone, and the tower helps out Shunpo to pick up that first kill in the mid lane for him.
That was really good on him to use the W for the shield to kind of deal with that ignite.
A little bit of a 3v3 here as the goats are going for this first dragon.
Takes on onto it.
Scared off the Ramen Renegades long enough to secure the dragon, but they might lose their Amumu for it. Nice bomb there by Covert Panda and picks up the Amumu.
I'm not sure
Good
what that
night, Amumu. Nice knowing you.
Not sure what that Amumu was thinking there. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication. He thought maybe they might go in. Because he still had flash that he used there. He could have just flashed the back of the pit, so...
Bruh.
Maybe he thought they were going to send it after that dragon.
One of those, the Zig ults hit you, get a little bit of a panic flash.
Yeah.
That's where they can catch you.
Other guys are
Or
playing that.
does have that Rattlers, so be able to bully this Nasus a little bit better. I'm still just waiting for minions to come under tower though, so still collecting up that farm and Q sticks.
It's Oh, the ult from the Amumu on a proxy. Oh, the Ziggs with the satchel charge of a legend for the disengage, but they still get the kill. They're just on him for the reset. Jumps into the Leona, has nowhere to go. Double kill for the Tristana.
That's a very nice satchel.
Yeah, that was wow. That was
Tower.
beautiful.
The flash and the tower.
Nice.
Where there was enough.
1 for 1 for the Nasus is never a bad thing, especially when there's shutdown gold involved. Oh, but the Ahri's gonna go down. Yeah.
Yon, the unescapable champion, once he hits E and runs at you.
Yeah, especially, yeah, now that he's got that R. Is, Blade of the Rune King isn't part of his core build anymore, is it? That's not...
I don't think so.
Look, it's, you're looking at Shield Bow into Infinity Edge type of deal.
Yeah.
To abuse the crit passes. Yeah, the board there kind of... How many stacks? Can we get a stack counter on the Nasus now? 14 minutes, turret plating down.
Stack counter.
Where are we at?
216.
216.
That's not bad.
Still
Like,
doing alright on him.
yeah, 200 every 10 minutes is a good metric to go by with Nasus. So it's not the worst. A couple of Wukong get out here.
The addition of that slight dash Wukong now gets with the clone is huge. Let him get around that pillar there from the Trundle. Oh,
Ooh, a nice
Arm under
charm.
turret,
Turret.
double tower shot. They're gonna have to use the Leona ult. Ooh, Ziggs. 1 for 1. Not the worst.
I think the
If
satchel
Ahri-
is what killed him.
If
though.
Ahri had
She
had
knocked the
ult right
Ahri
there, she
close.
could have avoided some of those stuns from Leona and picked it up safer. But still
Yeah,
got
or
the
if she
one
used-
kill in the 1v2.
If she used the ignite on the Ziggs and then peeled off possibly as well.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not sure if she had that up exactly when she was fighting there. But I mean, these 1 for 1s, red team will take those all day in a late game scaling comp like this. You'll take those, especially with your Yon doing well like this early game. 40 CS lead now in mid lane.
We've got Trist and Mumu moving towards the top lane, looking to take down a second tower for their side of goats.
It's Hex.
A little deep without the tower being down. We'll see if it's punished. Tower goes
Yeah,
down.
there comes the Wither. Off over the wall by the Yon, but the Amumu ult to disengage. When the Mordekais are coming on the backside, they're kind of just leaving him to die.
Yon there, but no.
The
The
ult
I think
to
he ulted
Leona.
Leona.
Yep.
They don't have
And
enough
all
CC
that.
to keep Mord from getting that passive set off and doing too much damage to her, and then pops out of Brazil and dies for it.
It's bad to ult the support on Mord because you don't really get a lot of stats, and they're also, especially when it's a Leona, really tanky. Looks like the Ziggs all coming in. He's gonna flip 2 of them with that Yon follow-up, and then he's gonna place the E so he can't move.
Ooh.
Goes for
Wow.
the flash Q to secure the kill on the Wukong that dies right before the auto can go off.
Yeah.
But it was a nice little wombo there from the Ramen Renegades. The Wukong ult into the Ziggs ult, so they couldn't move away from the Ziggs damage.
Yeah, and he even held his E there for the Trundle to try to catch up to the Wukong and kind of just slowed him with that. He forced the flash and then he didn't get the kill anyway. It's a really good
Nicely done.
discipline. Yeah, this red team's looking dangerous, especially if they can. In this 20 seconds, this dragon comes up, especially if they can prevent them from getting on soul points this early. That'd be really nice.
That'd be huge. You especially don't want to let the enemy team pick up the Hextech Drake. It gives you damage plus that slow. It's like a double statted Dragon Soul.
Yeah, you get ability haste, you get, it's disastrous, especially, yeah, the soul itself. Like, the dragons by themselves are already so good, but the Hextech Soul is the highest win rate of any Dragon Soul right now.
Right now, Trundle's up on the top side, so like, Ramen Renegades will pick up this dragon.
Ooh. Oh, they're just not
on
going to
the
reset.
But Nasa's ult flashes and ghosts and gets out.
Nice.
Blue team's turret has been
Waste the
destroyed.
time a little bit. Do you know that any... Oh, hold that thought. Wukong, or I'm sorry, Mumu, hooking to get ulted there by the Leona.
Nice catch on
So-
the move by Leona there. Well played,
Yep, yep.
Mindless.
That was a good catch out, that was a good punish. And she knew that she was going to get the kill there, so she held the ignite, which is good discipline as well.
Cloud Drake can be very good on certain champions. I'm not sure if it's the best soul.
Yeah, it's definitely, I always meme it, it's definitely not my favorite. Certain champions, Cloud Soul and Wukong, for instance, or Hecarim is really good, or Fiddlesticks, because you get that movement speed when you ult. So like,
Udyr, don't forget about the Udyr.
Yeah, Udyr. Crowd control ults or spammable ults are pretty good. But even Cloud Drake right now in solo queue, if you get a soul, it doesn't matter what it is, your win rate in solo queue jumps up to about 60 to 70% depending on the Dragon Soul. It's a really nice win condition. Even a discoordinated team, so it's really important when it comes to these coordinated 5v5s. When everybody in your team can really utilize those buffs. Mumu looking to be caught out a little bit. They're CCing him. The satchel into the wall with the Leona stun. Mumu tries to ult, but goes down.
They were looking for a two-man catch in the enemy jungle, but 4 enemies showed up, so they got punished for that.
Yeah, those Hextech gates, man. You can't forget about those Hextech gates. When you're fighting in the enemy team's jungle, they can get there pretty quick.
They're at 20 minutes. The Ramen Renegades have basically evened out that gold lead the goats had, so definitely doing well for their side. Got a nice pull in by Morg.
Looks like Wukong's just gonna... It's a little bit hesitant up there on the Mordekaiser.
Yeah, thought they kind of had a pick there, but they didn't want to overcommit for it.
Yeah, they're being a little bit more careful. Which, when you're playing this kind of comp against something this late game, you almost can't afford to be careful. You kind of have to... You can't make bad plays, but you really do have to force this late game scaling team to try to make mistakes or fight early.
Like,
this is a good call.
They're trying to force that tempo and start this Baron. And the team does know, so we're going to end up with a fight over this.
Yeah, they're definitely going to contest it because they're not burning this as quickly as they'd like to. Yonal in, he goes into just the combo. That was everything. I can't even... That was so much stuff all stacked perfectly on top of each other, and the Ziggs gets the Baron.
Leona ult into Yona ult into Ziggs ult.
Yeah.
3 of the enemies just melted.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, with the Baron debuff, that's a position you can't afford to be in.
It's also pretty unfortunate. Mumu got chunked out super low before the fight happened, so was trying to heal up, but couldn't be there to try to help heal before that engage could happen.
Yeah. You gotta get some vision over the wall when you go take Baron like that to try to predict the engage. If you need to turn if the Baron's low enough or whatever, but they kind of had to go in blind there and got punished for it heavily.
Nasus ults to ignore the Mumu trying to defend the tower, and just takes it down while tanking the tower.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see if you're blue team. The Nasus kind of scaling up now. Bounties, mid, bot, and support. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Speaking
so
of the nasties, what text is he at?
He is at...
We're 20 minutes in. How's he doing?
350. Oh, I misnailed it.
Yeah.
So I do think the Baron call was the right idea, but I agree. You gotta spend a little bit of time getting the vision set up if you want to try to rush it.
Oh my gosh, they're just going in and dying again. I looked away for half a second. 2 people are dead. That was a double to the Leona, though, which isn't always the best, but I think at this point of the game, it doesn't matter. This is the E. But it's okay. She gives her time to turn maybe onto this board.
Yeah, should fall. Yep.
Yep, Young goes down. Red team kind of discombobulated here. The Ari kind of gets behind him. Mordekaiser's zone and 2 people. His passive is just melting them. Ari with a double kill and the shutdown.
Nicely played there by the Goats after they got a couple of teammates picked up. They picked up their own 4 for 0, but now Nats is pushing the top lane and took out that tier 2 tower. Looking at the tier 3.
And he's got Baron, so he's looking for the tier 3. Trundle doing his best. The ult comes out into the Amumu, into the Mordekaiser pool.
Die for it.
Yep. Yeah, he's gonna get that turret and go down, but I think that's worth. If I'm the Nasus there, definitely not mad about that play. Zig's ult. Kind of just punish the Ari.
And here we have another Hextech Dragon come up. Might get a fight over it. Goats are trying to rush it down with the Ramen Renegades having just reset.
Yeah, this is the problem with that Halo Blades build, is you don't get all those precision tree runes and stuff, and Tristana's I would always feel like an 80 carry to be able to melt these things. Look at they're trying to fight here. Look at all dead center impacts at Tristana.
They do get out. They were a little disjointed. Trundle was moving forward, everyone else was trying to run away, but Trundle scared him off where he could run around the wall and everyone else jumped over the wall, so they pick up that dragon to get themselves on soul point.
Never a bad thing to be on soul point. Dragons a couple seasons ago used to play for the Elder Dragon when condition was more than the soul, but
that was unfortunate timing by the Mordekaiser ult. That's right as the Yone deactivated, so it canceled immediately.
It canceled. A lot of people don't know that interaction with Yone's E. It's incredibly annoying if you play Lilia or Zoe, because his E can cancel your sleep.
I did pick up the Leona though, so still get 1 kill. Nasus is still trying to hard push that top lane, look for that inhibitor, and just create pressure for his team. Has the hull breaker now, so it'll be even tankier in that split push situation.
And it's rough here if you're the blue team, because you want to push that lane back so you get some relief, so you can try to make plays happen around the map. But because Nasus doesn't even have that tier 1, he can let that lane go all the way back and then just Q farm so many stacks. Tristana looking for a possible kill here. Resets on. It jumps in the Mumu ult. Oh, the knockback from the Tristana, but she goes down. Oh my gosh, they're living with the skin of their teeth. The Mordekaiser picks up the Nasus. The Amumu goes back in. What a psychopath. Oh my god, he lives with 1 HP. What a fucking animal.
The fadeaway Q.
And the Mordekaiser just tanking 2 people. Went with that Jack Show's build, so he's going to be harder to kill. Things Pop hops over him. Oh, but he kites it with the E. Yep.
Gotta love it when the bomb bounces over for you.
Yeah, it just completely screws you with the that stupid bounce. Man, that was wow. I can't believe the Amumu went back in for that and then still lived. What an animal.
How tanky with passive healing and the hull breaker Nasus can be, and stalls long enough for Wukong and his team to show up and make a better trade.
Yona, but it misses. They have to ignite on him. He's looking to start up, but he just collapsed the Ari. Oh my god. Oh, but he might go down to the Trundle with the bite. Yep, but the Nasus here with the Wither. Trundle forced to flash. Oh, but he might still knock it out. Oh my god, that healing. Holy lord. Trundle's a champion. Oh my god, they're 3-manning him. And he's dead. And another kill to the Leona.
They had to kill him twice there, though. Like, you can't even lie.
Yep, that was
like he had a zillion ult. He got his entire HP bar back.
That was a good idea from the Trundle initially when they were fighting just the Yone, where you sit where the clone will tether back to. Unfortunately, Shunpo has enough damage where he was still able to kill that Ari before he had to go back.
Yeah, the Ari couldn't even stall that out, but as you can see there, she got the stopwatch now, going for that Zanya's to hopefully that play will go a little bit different next time. That was Trundle healing off the ult, by the way, against a Nasus that had not ulted or had a Hull Breaker active. So if his Hull Breaker's active and he's ulted, that Trundle is going to be, that Trundle is going to be a monster. bit of pull here, some vision clear, back and forth. Good vision score from both supports, putting in work, 48 to 53.
They're trying to set up pressure around the Baron while Nasus is fighting Tristan on the bot lane.
The Baron, oh my gosh.
Has to ult, she didn't have the thumbs up. Because
Yeah, but as soon as...
fun ability.
Look at this damage. That she can't even do anything to him.
Yep, unfortunately Triss doesn't
Tickled
have an
that
LDR
man.
yet, so that hull breaker makes Nasus just get tickled by her autos currently.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate. The red team playing really well off that pressure Nasus was creating. Saw the Tristana and said, alright, we'll just take Baron.
Yeah, they're trying to now rotate up towards the Baron, but Nasus still just pushing that bot lane.
Ooh, very nice escape.
Nice ult. There.
Double Mumu ult, the Leona ult comes in, but doesn't get much. The Ziggs bomb comes out, hits 2, goes down. The Wukong still looking for another ult hit up, but it doesn't happen. The Leona trying to go in, they're just fighting everywhere. Tristana picks up the kill off the end of that and walks it out, but...
There's a good ult by Lethal there. He hit about 3 of the enemies, just didn't have his team nearby enough to follow up on it. And then he got womboed again by the Ramen Renegade team count.
It would have been good if they were able to dissuade them from being able to take the Baron, because they did stop the Baron take there, but now they can just hop back on with an Nasus. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yep. Still good ideas for the reactions they're trying to do, just need to sync it up a little bit so everyone moves together.
Yeah, just, you know, those week 1 jitters, it's your first competitive game maybe, if you haven't played in the league before, or just the first of the season, you know, you're still kind of trying to feel out your team and figure things out.
Done the other league, you still gotta get the synergy with the new teammates.
Yeah, absolutely, and just, you know, it's been a while since some of these people might have played competitively or anything, so... You know, if we're gonna give 100 Thieves a break for their team synergy, when they were getting paid what they're getting paid, I'll give my boys here a little bit of a break. But it looks like they're gonna take that second dragon, deny the soul. The Yon with the double hit, into the Zigzag just destroys the Ahri. Looking like they're still trying to go, and the red team just trampling over them, trucking at this Mordekaiser.
That's a fantastic Q over the wall, the double knock up into the Yon ult, sets up the rest of his team to follow up.
Yeah, that was
very well played by Gene Po there.
Yeah, that was beautiful, and that's the kind of teamwork that you like to see. Like they pulled the plug and their team committed to it. Even though it was kind of far away, and they might have not have, you know, a lot of teams would have hesitated there at the beginning, but the Ziggs ult right into the Yon ult, full trust, and they pick up that Ahri kill before she can even flash or ult out of that.
Here now, the Ramen Renegades pick up their second dragon, so they still need 2 more for the soul. The Goats are still sitting on 1 more needed, but now with the scaling coming through for the Ramen Renegades, picking up that final dragon is going to be very tough.
Yeah, they're almost going to have to look for a steal, unless they can maybe pick somebody and throw off the tempo, but it's definitely going to be rough, and 4 Hextech dragons into a Hextech soul for the red team would just be an FF angle. So it's going to be hard either way. They really got to try to prioritize that, or take
just crossed over the 500 point on stacks.
Oh no.
So just getting more and more
big
damage.
dog. That's
Big.
a big dog.
Susan scaling.
Just
Not
Susan,
my boy.
please.
Not my boy Susan.
Susan's a good boy.
I'm not sure in a team setting, now that they've gotten rid of like ZZ Rot and Banner, I'm not sure how much I like Hullbreaker. I can see it would work on Nasus.
It's still very good value for champs if they just want a split push, and it's not that the stats you lose aren't awful if you join up in the team fight.
Ooh.
So it's not the worst pickup. Nice pick there on the Triss.
Flash and cleanse still wasn't enough.
We can't even get
Nasus
a...
has been Trundle ulted, so we'll see if she can die running away with the ghost.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna walk it out. Ooh, but the ult.
When
But
you do
I don't
the
think he could-
Lord ult and you flash like that, you actually cut off way more of the room they normally would have to run. So that's a smart way to use the Lord ult when you're trying to catch someone.
Yeah, because the ult range procs and then the flash, like it doesn't give him that space behind him because that's the arena before you flash, not after. Ooh, the sidestep on the Yon. Oh my gosh, he's having a hell of a time trying to kill anybody. But the damage comes through from the Wukong there. Somehow played.
The fight never ended in top lane, but it looks like the Ramen Renegades are trying to end through mid.
Yeah, and the Nasus just absorbed that 2v1, and red team immediately pulled the trigger on that mid lane.
And we
That's
have Trundle back. This might dissuade them.
some good teamwork. Yeah, looks like he's trying to go in with the pillar. The Tristana hops in, but kind of gets drunk before she even gets in and goes down to the Wukong immediately. The Yone maybe goes down, but he lives, and the Trundle goes down, unfortunately. Yeah, red team.
Hadn't been able to get back for that fight because Nasus had been chasing around that top jungle, just now getting back to try to defend these towers.
Yeah, he's just stalling him. The Susan, man. He can't even get a thought out. I can't even ask you questions about these items. Just non-stop fighting. Oh my god.
But we
Like
like
50
to see
kills.
the spicy
Yeah.
games, just as I was promised.
Yeah, this is. Hey man, I asked for it and I got it. I can't complain. I mean, that was the blue team had a better lead than you could have asked for off the start of that. And red team is really playing well as a team around the scaling. Coming out strong in week 1 with the teamwork.
Yeah, it's one where keeping a league into the scaling, if you don't play perfectly, it can become pretty tough. In a solo queue situation, if you get a lead, it's a little easier to keep it because the enemy team's not going to be playing as together either. But
Yeah.
they play around trying to get shutdowns and just getting gold on themselves can make it tough when you get outscaled.
And red team, they did a really good job. They played it patiently. They sacked those first couple dragons. They knew what their objective was and how to play around it, and they've done really, really well. And the Nasus is absorbing so much pressure.
Yep.
Even
this third
being
Drake for Ramen's coming up, and looks like they're gonna try to 3-man Nasus in the top lane while the dragon goes down.
I don't know about this one, Chief. I don't.
Actually,
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
But can they even kill him? My
maybe.
god. They got him. Yeah, I don't know if that's
as long
worth.
as Trundle's there, you can get the ult down and kill him.
I could
will-
see,
Raid boss
Dragon.
down.
I could see how that play would be worth it if Baron was immediately up there and they could handshake it with the kill.
Right.
But a third Hex Tech and now Soul Point for red team. I mean, how much is that with just 3 Hex Tech souls? What is that? What does each one give? 9 ability
9%
haste? So that's
each ability and attack speed.
27% ability haste is more than a lot of items give, and 27% attack speed is
I'm not sure
that's a lot. You're not allowed to see the other buffs, specifically
Chemtech.
Chemtech. Yeah, you're not allowed to see it. It was broken before. They brought it back. It's just broken again. They're trying to just CC chain him before his E goes off, but it doesn't really work. Ziggs just pops the immune with that R.
That's a little bit of damage. Trundle doesn't have ult right now, so doesn't have that immediate heal button. Tristana laying down some damage, but can't jump into the 4 of them with their team left.
Your blue team, you could see the desperation from blue right now to try to make something happen. Leon steps up and they try, but just not much you can do here. Minions going into the base. Blue has to respond. You're red.
I feel like
or if
red
you're-
team should Baron here. Like with 2
Yeah.
inhibs down, they could get Baron super easily.
They're trying to clear their jungle, kind of reset, and then they might have to go in here and clear some vision. But
They're also
Yeah, I
trying
mean,
to give Nasus time to set up the bot pressure.
exactly, yep, you read my mind. Nasus taking that Hex Tech, walking down here, he's getting on the wave. I bet you they give it. They're gonna clear this vision. Wait a second.
This is what you want to do to set up the Baron. You clear all the enemy vision, get your vision, and then you wait. If you have a split pusher, you wait for them to start pressuring, so it puts strain on the enemy team to make a decision.
Yep, now Blue's got to force this, right? So the Mordekaiser with the 3-man pulled over, the charm misses, but the Wukong taunt. Oh my gosh, the Yone goes in with the Leona. The Leona's body, and then the Wukong all coming out. It looks like the Yone's going to burn the back on. The Trundle goes down. Oh my god, blue team is getting kind of grooved, but it's actually not going poorly. The Ari goes in, gets killed by the Ziggs, and the fight looks to go down. What is that? 2 for 3. Oh, wait, maybe more. Oh, the Yone, can he get him?
Stopping the back.
Oh,
Ziggs TP'd to the bot
spicy
lane, so now
survival.
Ziggs and Nasus won the game
Yeah.
before they came back.
What a good call by the red team. They realized that fight might not go perfectly. Ziggs, no hesitation, TP's down, and they just end the game.
You doubted Nasus that whole time.
I did. I doubted
Beginning of the
Nasus,
game.
and he showed me into a double counter pick and giving up that first blood before the minions got there. And I mean, look at that performance.
That's right. And now we have the post-game screen up. again, very well set up for that final Baron fight by the Ramen Renegades. Even though the fight was a little messy, they had the pressure set up bot lane and were able to end the game off of the team fight.
So your stream knew that you were in post game, so it hit us with an ad. But
Aha, perfect.
they knew it was coming. But yeah, I can't fault the red team really for almost anything there. They fell behind a little bit. They died a couple times early, but I mean, they played as a team pretty flawlessly in the later parts of that game.
I'd agree, and also they showed a lot of good signs of life. So I think as they get more practice together, they'll get more in sync with all the plays and be able to show us more. Hopefully next week.
Yeah.
But
I
we
mean,
still got another game, so
that's a promising first one. I'll be interested to see how the second one goes. I thought the other team had a better draft too, so I can't wait to see the hopeful heater of a second game here
for
as
sure.
we're getting the heater of a 4 block of ads.
Well, that's all right. We'll go into a quick pause, and we'll get ready for the next game soon.
All right, well,
Alright, we're back, and we're going to be looking into the Game 2 draft between the Ramen Renegades and the Goats. We have the Ramen Renegades on the blue side this game, and the Goats on the red side. Any thoughts on the drafts,
Alright.
Boo or Mod?
Yeah, let's
I see the greatest jungler in the league has picked his one trick, Warwick, and I'm very excited for those spicy plays.
Oh,
is there
sure.
a reason for the no ban?
Not that I know of. They might have just missed it in the draft and typed it to the other team. If someone was in the game, you can let us know.
Interesting.
It
yeah,
was-
somebody's.
It
That
was
was
a Victor
Victor?
ban. They just missed it.
Okay. Alright, that I figured somebody else would ask, so I tried to get ahead of that. Yeah, so you're telling me, Boo, that this is a Warwick like main player on
I'd
that
say
Warwick?
Yeah, I think he's got
Leon
he's
has
got
like
over
3
1 million
mains,
points on it.
but definitely Warwick's one of them.
Oh boy, that champion is a
That's-
disaster right now, and like how good it is, and if he's good at it. The first game jitters out of the way. I expect the second game to be even better. I'm holding you to it. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't.
He's
I
got
feel like
1 million on the Warwick and 1.3 on the Geek. Almost 1.4.
I feel like Goat playing around that late game, but in different lanes this time. So you have the Kaza, kind of like the Ziggs, but the Kassadin instead of like the aggressive Yone player now. Or I'm sorry, the aggressive like Yone mid against the Ahri. You have a Kassadin and a Nivea. So that should slow things down in the mid lane. But same kind of late game scaling versus the early game like Sivir, Mordekaiser nonsense.
Yeah, it's kind of flipped this time. The Goats have the way better scaling, and it's on Ramen
Yeah,
Renegades to try to end it out before the enemy team gets too scary.
Yeah, it's like it's literally flipped, but the red side is still going for late game, and the blue side's earlier. The teams just flipped. But
Yeah.
if you didn't have the names at the top, you would almost think they just went for the same champ select.
And I'm guessing it'll be the Udyr top lane and the Mord jungle for the Ramen Renegades.
Oh, you think so?
I know Slug loves that Udyr, so that's why I'm guessing it'll go top, but it could be either way.
All right, we could kick it into the game and find out.
Let's do it. Let me load it up. Any last thoughts before we get into it, Boot?
Mhm.
I like it. I like it.
No,
She was. You put her on the spot. There's a deer in the headlights.
What I like to do, you know.
can't put me on the spot. Then my brain just blue screens.
She was like, "Oh no, I have to say
forget how
something."
to speak English.
Yeah, you were right. Yeah, all right. Look at you knowing your players. Ooh, and
Yeah,
a call start from the Udyr.
I got to play enough against Slug last season. Even though he was a sub, it seemed like every week he got subbed in, it'd be against me. So I got very used to what he would play.
Oh my gosh, I'm really interested to see how a call start Udyr. If Huss plays a pretty aggressive Macaulay, that could be disastrous.
Ooh, they're gonna get mindless here. Yep, there
Time
it
the
is.
Goats get to go in and get the pick up with the
Oh.
invade. Actually, no,
Will
it was
they
on the
get
first
him?
game too. It's just the round
Yep.
blue side. So.
Just reverse you. See, you can't even tell because they picked. They're on different sides now, but they pick the same kind of comps.
Yeah, definitely very scary that invade when you have a Nautilus. That hook will CC you along with the passive auto rooting you.
Yeah. Nautilus is he's one of the hardest things to play against. It's a really smart pickup with the Sivir there because she could spell shield the ult. Because Nautilus ult almost can't be countered in any way other than Zonya's or a spell shield because it's a knock-up, so you can't cleanse it or orange it if you're a Gangplank.
Bro. But technically you orange it if you're Gangplank, but you're still knocked up because you can't clear that part of it.
Yeah, so it's still like it's guaranteed CC in almost 90% of cases, which is really nice. But we'll have to see how lethal does on it.
This time we see a top side start from Leon versus a bottom side start from Tactic, so we'll see how these jungle paths end up working out.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if he's a main wart player, if he chooses to get... I've heard from sources that Leon is an aggressive jungle player.
Nice hook there from Lethal, forces out the flash from Covert.
Yeah, it was really Really well played early to get the Sivir before the spell shield. You know, Kai'Sa's okay with just scaling. Oh, and the free hook and the level 2, so it's just going to be a guaranteed flash. Yeah.
Get the ignite down, flashes up before any more damage can come through the pick up the kill.
You know, if the Amumu didn't flash, or I'm sorry, if he did flash to avoid that invade kill, he wouldn't have had it there and would have went down anyway.
Right.
So actually good to hold it.
Yeah, but sometimes dying early is fine, like especially before the lane even starts, because they get the gold, but you don't lose that on minion XP.
Yeah.
For your AD carry. So.
Yeah, it's not the
Things
biggest
to think
snowball.
about.
It was only unfortunate because it went to the Kai'Sa.
And as far as
Leon? Okay, I'm sorry, Vantage.
as far as people having comfort picks, where Slug has his Udyr, Shunpo has Anivia, and it's another champ Shunpo loves to play, so we'll see how he pilots the bird this game.
Bird is the word. That is, oh, it's so obnoxious to
Oh,
team fight
just
around.
bullying the cow.
Ooh, that's see the spell shield there coming out
like
to
that.
get
That
the
was
Amumu.
nice.
Spell shield saves Sivir, but the miscue denies the Amumu getting a little closer to tower.
Yep. Or played that well to time the fear to keep the Wukong just kind of, or I'm sorry, the Wukong, the Amumu just kind of stuck there.
And I'm
Only damage to
assuming
him.
the Udyr will go for that tank Armax build. We'll see.
Ooh, how does he escape this one?
I don't know if he
Warwick.
has to. They're gonna try to turn it.
Warwick.
Yeah.
Ooh, got the flash.
And Warwick is so good early. Unfortunately, he's that level down. So the Mordekaiser gets the passive up, and he's just burning him. He's just gonna follow him around.
Warwick is very strong early, but Gastelum isn't, so it kind of evens out with the 2v2.
If they force another trade, Nivea doesn't have the teleport and has huge mana issues early game. Before she gets that tier lost chapter kind of deal, depending on the build she's going for, it's really hard. Oh, pretty standard though. Just kind of chilling. They're kind of farming up, figuring out what they got to do here.
Everyone's standing forward a little bit, trying to bait out a hook so he can use a spell shield, I assume. There.
Yeah, the red team has the wave kind of pulled in towards them, so the Sivir feeling kind of lost without the Amumu right there.
I could see Shunpo looking for it back soon.
Yeah, he tried to hit that Q to maybe get some pressure, but good sidestep.
Yeah, the early game with Anivia to get a last chapter is a little rough. You go boom pretty quick, but once you can get enough money for that last chapter, you'll be feeling a lot better.
Yeah, once he, it's literally the hardest part of this entire...
No, I think we're gonna do the R max, but we'll see if it's Q max or not.
I think they are looking to nerf the R max here soon. So obviously Riot recognizes it's a little bit of an issue.
Right now it is very
I
strong.
would agree. Yeah. They're also looking at the demonic. So Udyr might this might be one of his last opportunities to play the champion. So.
Well play there by Goats to get in just as the enemy team's trying to finish the
I
dragon.
saw that flash, Leon. I want you to know I saw you fail that flash.
He did get in and secure the dragon.
Oh,
for his team, though, so
max
still not
range
bad.
hook into the ward, getting the kill. Nice. I thought the Nautilus was gonna have to take that. Nice.
Despite the failed flash, it's very well played there.
Yeah. I mean, they got the dragon and the kill.
Dragon and 2 kills.
2 kills. Yeah, 2 guys. Wow. I mean, again, the scaling comp, just doing well.
Yeah, they're on the scaling side and they start out 4-0. Can't ask for anything better, really.
Yeah, 4-0 and a dragon, which I would ask you to show me and the chat what that dragon does, but
Let's see if it works this time. Nope.
no.
Maybe if I
Here.
click on the champion, it'll tell me.
No, you're not. You're literally not allowed. You can't.
Riot doesn't want anyone to know when replays what Chemtech
what the-
Dragon does.
Yeah, it's secret. It's just OP. It might turn you into a zombie again, for all we know. Mordekaiser looking not spiffy here.
Very good follow for Q. But
I'm gonna walk it out, but Uter not as tanky as he'd maybe like to be for this.
quite yet. Good
Oh, the
flashes
Akali.
back under tower.
Oh, the flash ult in, but the Uter with the he was ready for that bear form. Oh, he was ready.
A good kill by Huss knowing the damage of Akali, but definitely Slug was ready to pick up the trade kill.
Yeah, I think if he was able to a little bit more confidence there, he would have been able to R to get the kill and then possibly flash out. But Uter punishing the flash into the R, the Akali really had nowhere else to go. So well played.
I know if you get the soul of crystal plants, I mean what it actually does to the champions.
Those plans easy. Thanks, Chad. We appreciate the backup. Sivir, double kill to a Kassadin.
Wow.
Oh no.
This is looking like a fantastic start for the side of Goat.
Yeah. Oh man, it's really unfortunate for the blue side right now. Bounty. Although, with the way that bounty system works now, bounties on everybody, one good team fight is a complete turn here.
That's true, and it is very hard to fight into the Anivia when the team fights start to happen, so that's always going to be a factor. Plus, once the Udyr gets tanky enough, it gets to be a menace in team fights.
Yeah, Udyr with that,
Gives
like
them better plans.
assuming the R max demonic jack shows is just disgusting.
Here, Warwick's trying to pick up the Rift, had a little bit of help from Nautilus. Roaming around the map. Ward's looking for the steal in the blue, but is getting caught by the Castle and the Kaisa. See if he can't get any support before he gets run down.
In the middle of the street. Oh my god, and the cleanse! Oh, and he's just dead.
Does cleanse not work on Mortal?
Apparently not. I was just gonna ask the same question.
I guess because
it's considered a
technically
suppression.
Yeah.
Like a Malzahar ult, you can't cleanse it, but you can
Yep.
QSS it.
Yeah.
Yep. I didn't know it counted as a suppression, so today we learned.
But it is funny
The more
where
you know.
cleanse doesn't work on stuff like that, but certain champions' abilities, like if you had the Yo and E out, it would work on them. Seems logical, right?
Yeah, that's yeah, a whole summoner, and you can't get out of a 60-second cooldown. Click on ultimate. Yeah, that seems a tad bit
Balance,
insane.
totally
But at least you could build a 1300 gold item and get out of it anyway. But if you remember 10 years ago, you used to be able to QSS the Z ult. So that item has just been notoriously better than the summoner.
It's true.
You know what item I wish they would bring back? Sword of the Occult. Why do mages get a Magi, but the AD people can't have a Sword of the Occult?
As you can
They
see,
brought back Roa.
as you can see with the scaling that, oh my god, Sid, you brought back Roa and then got booted right out of the chat. The AD scaling is really dangerous. You can see how bad Hydra was for the economy, just the League of Legends ecosystem, because they put in that AD scaling on it. It's a dangerous stat to give people. Our other caster's phone exploded, so
Apparently.
you have to stand by for her.
We'll keep an eye out.
minute.
If Boo gets back on, free to rejoin. Until then, we'll hold down the fort while
Yeah,
the goats are picking up the second dragon for themselves. So once again, they're doing a good job stacking those dragons. We want to keep that up.
yeah, they're not only doing a good job stacking them, but oh my gosh, the max range of Mew Q into the all dead, shut down to the right person too.
Fun fact: a Mew Q's just like Warwick Q, where it can follow dashes.
Yeah. Just once it hits you, it's stuck. He's going. But ooh, the E out of the bush, but she Q'd with the minion wave there, so the Kaza Q not gonna do that much damage. With the flash pull from the Nautilus, and they still get the kill.
Nicely picked up by Lethal and Challenge Cat there down the bot lane.
For sure. It's red team picking up those dragons with a late game comp, and they're getting the early dragons. I mean, that's gonna be a disaster for blue team. Oh my gosh, the Mumu Blanca, what the? Is he scripting? Oh my lord, he throws it perfect, no hesitation, max range into the Akali Shroud, absolutely nails it. Literally Chris Kyle right into the Akali Shroud. Somebody report mindless.
Fortunately, Huss still had the second ultimate up, so was able to stash out with no worries.
Yeah. It's good to force that out though, more so for the Akali mid than the Akali top, because an Akali with no ult is barely a champion. So, but top lane you're kind of on an island, so it matters a little less.
Here we see, even with a couple of kills on Cass, now that Shunpo has the tier stacking and the Lost Chapter, he's got basically infinite mana, it's just been farming up like a storm, has about 20 minion farm lead.
Yeah, and he got that shutdown, so he's sitting a little bit comfortable. For sure. But yeah, it seems like red side here, even in the last game when they were on the other side, it seems like they really like early stacking those dragons. I mean, they were looking at soul point at 17 minutes last game.
Nice
looking at about the same.
Solo kill there by Challenge Cut. Sivir stepped closer to grab the tower and chased all of them.
Oh my gosh, they're just fighting forever. I can't even get a thought. Oh my gosh, the Amumu into the ult, into the... Oh, but just... Cassidy gets out, but jeez. They're all ready to kill him in. We're not even 15 minutes into this sucker. Oh my gosh, the Amumu! Holy good... Oh my god. He's... Minos is literally cheating. Minos is cheating on this Amumu. We might need to investigate this man.
I'll get injured on it. Don't even worry about it.
Oh
I'll
my
DM
gosh.
right
The
now. Ooh, I got
Cassidy
the
with the
grab.
kill, and he's going in, realizing Anivia has no mana here. That's a good time to pull the plug there, even with the low health on the Cassidy.
Ark was thinking about the dive, but I think the Anivia egg is up, so probably good to not go under tower right there.
Yeah, they definitely have the burst damage, but when Anivia is in egg form, they wouldn't have the consistent damage to be able to take that down as well. Ooh, misses the Q there on the Akali, and the Amumu.
He's walking up top again. This time the Akali ult is still
Oh,
up and can use
yeah.
it defensively.
This time they're a little bit more ready. They got the work there.
Good thought for a gank, but when you have 300 health into an Akali, it's a little scary.
Yeah, and the Uter is got not a lot of tank right now, so we can't step in front of that. He elected to build Bork first.
Oh, maybe he was going the Q mix. He might be right tag.
I haven't seen a lot of Uter's top, so I have no idea exactly how you're supposed to play the deer
Yeah,
to the top side.
always a weird champion. It's always whoever's maining Udyr finds some weird build that's broken, never unplayable.
Yeah, he's such a unique champion with good scaling on multiple different abilities. So the Udyr mains can really pull out a lot, almost like a Katarina player. The build paths are just endless. Oh.
Like, Leon went ahead and picked up that Rift Herald right when he came to look for this fight mid, dropping the Rift Herald mid.
Yeah, got a little bit of chunking on the Anivia, which is the right person to chunk here. She has to be careful with this wave clear.
They feel aggressive enough. Couldn't look for the
Amumu.
kill, but
Uh-oh. Oh, he's just waddled in and exploded.
very nicely hooked from lethal line.
Waddle waddle.
Forces the flash out from the AD carry. Sivir is up Shit Creek without a paddle. Oh my god. This is not where you want to be.
Tried for the execute, but unfortunately Cassidy can ult every 2 seconds.
Yeah, unfortunately the champion with 14 flashes. Not gonna allow that to happen. Kai's still trying to force the issue mid here though. With the dragon up, correct? Yeah, I see the work hitting it.
They're getting that 3rd dragon so they can get themselves on the soul point without the enemy team taking out him.
This is even a faster soul point than last game.
Not even 20 minutes in.
Yeah, last game it was at 17 something. They'd gotten the soul point. And they're gonna hit it before the 17-minute mark on a late game scaling column.
Yeah. So right now, the Ramen Renegades to get back into this, they need to collect up bounties, especially the ones on the Warwick and the Kaisa, and try to get them on Sivir or Anivia, ideally.
Yeah, you really want... luckily, though, for the blue side, I mean, I'm not really, again, sure what the Suitor build is. I have no idea, man. Those things are crazy, but almost the gold going on anybody except the Amumu is kind of a good thing for the blue side. They can all do something. Ooh, the Nautilus hook into the wall.
That wall
Oh
is
my gosh!
sure that it looks like.
Yeah, the Lure Gulch. She uses the Black Shield, so it's a good Nautilus follow.
Big
Ooh, but the
shutdown on
dunk.
the Mordekaiser though.
Fucking bonk. Onto that Warwick.
Pick on coverage, but gave 800 gold over to tactic.
Yeah. It's the... Oh, is he is he canceling that auto, or is he emoting?
I think it was emoting to cancel. Leafa did go for the flash while stuck in the mortal. If you're not used to it, the timing can be a little tricky to get to the end of it, but it'll last a little longer than you think.
Yeah. And they were smart giving that kill over to the Anivia when they can.
They did get you their covert, it was nice.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, sad.
Udyr with the I think it's
I think he
correct.
is
Tac was
Q-maxing.
right. Tac was right, it was the Q-max build.
Can you, if you click on him, we could see what abilities he is if you go to the champion, wherever he's out of the map here. I think you can see he's got 5 points in W.
Gets the tankiness, but he is now going for the Q next. So
Yeah,
three
yeah.
Three in Q, 4 in E,
4
5 in W.
Interesting. I'd have to see how that build works. Interesting that you... I can understand the W, but the E second up to level 4. I wonder if there's a reasoning. Yeah.
It's okay, tactic.
It's the life of an AD carry. Oh, no. At least you got the turret, but... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Cassin didn't have the R stacked up.
Another
The
catch out
Amumu.
on
Yeah, tries to ult for the stall. Ooh, wait a minute. Ooh, Lure times that all perfectly to get out of the Anivia stun, but the Nautilus looks like he's going to go down to the Mordekaiser passive.
Very nice move.
Oh my, the speed.
Yeah, Udyr.
It's the fucking deer. Oh, he's going. Oh, the Akali with a good out there, though. But the Anivia wall is just stuck.
Nicely walled off, and yeah, they thought they had the pick there, but Moo was gotten tanky enough. The rest of his team shows up, and that was a 5v2.
Yeah, that was really good. I thought the Amumu ult was kind of just all for that extra couple seconds, but that was a good follow-up by the team. No hesitation, the ward just flashed right in there. They knew they could win that one. And this is...
That looks like
Just-
Udyr's trying to take out that top tower, get a little bit of bounty objective into their pockets as well. So they've collected up most of the shutdowns. They still got 600 on the Kai, so they want to look forward, but they just got a tower bounty.
Yep. Once they force into those team fights where those two carries have to show up, those bounties will be a little easier to pick up.
They've closed the gold lead now. It's about a 2.2 gold league for the goats.
And Udyr picked up that Force of Nature, which is going to be a pain in the butt to deal with the Bork, the slow on top of the run at you faster if you hit me.
Right.
Yeah, that's...
It's
gonna be annoying.
When they first made the new Udyr Q-Max, where it shredded max health so insanely, I played against one as a Cho'Gath with Heartsteel, but it didn't matter with the Q-Max, he could still basically 3-out of me for the entire game, so I could just never fight Udyr.
Yeah, if he plops the Q, gets his 2 autos off, then pops the actual ultimate version of it, yeah, he literally just 100 to 0. You're Dr. Mundo with Cho'Gath, yeah, it's like the Varus, the new AP Varus nonsense.
Oh, it's so cringe. He autos you 3 times and then just one-shots you with the arrow. For no reason.
People think that some of these new beefier top laners with that Heartsteel and the health scaling is good until you come against these percentage of health dealers.
Yeah, it's great until the enemy team picks up one of those champs and then you say, oh, I'll just die.
Yeah, and just kidding, you're not actually a tank, by the way. Nautilus playing his vision well, but is his team... Oh, I was going to say, is his team going to be there to follow that up?
They have everyone around but Warwick's up near the dragon, or Baron, so it looks like we're going to try to trade first dragon for the Ramen Renegades for the Baron.
Yeah, that's a good position they have themselves in, being on Soul Point that early. They can keep making that trade and just...
It will burn it down in time, looks like Ramen Renegades is accepting the trade.
Yeah, no contest here. They'll take the ability to stall out farm a little bit over full point.
Unfortunate they have to give over the Baron, but it is still very good to keep the enemy team from getting that Hextech Soul, since the Soul itself does so much.
Oh, absolutely, and as I always say, you know, the Dragon buffs are better than a lot of things in the long run, because you can wait out a Baron buff. I can't wait out a Hextech Soul. It doesn't go away.
I think we're trying to set up a 2v1 on Cassidy. Gets his ult down nicely. See if he can stay on top of the Cassidy as he's jumping around constantly.
He doesn't even know which way he went. Oh, back into the other bush.
It's a very hard one when you do have a wall in the arena, since you walk one way, Cassidy ults over, you try to walk back, he ults over again.
Yeah, not much you could do. The Uter is now trying his chance. He might be able to run him down. I don't think the Cassidy can R again. No mana.
Ran out of mana. I think instead of doing the active there, you just needed the W and ult again. W
Yeah.
might have given you enough mana.
Yeah, I agree. But, you know, not used to... Nobody can understand the disgusting Uter run you down and slash his damage, so you just kind of try to panic flash over the wall. And I don't know, Uter, it's like a version of Michael Myers or something in League. Like, you see it coming at you, and you know it's coming, but you just panic, and there's just nothing you could do. You just scream and attempt to run for your life as he just runs you down.
It's Michael Myers if he actually ran.
It's Michael Myers if he looked like Predator. I just... I mean, it'd be pretty terrifying to watch something looking like Uter run at you, changing forms. You got a bear and a turtle and a phoenix running your way.
Nice little hop over the wall there from Ecology to get away from that board.
Yeah. Their red team looks like they're just... I mean, they're in such a good spot here. I think they could use the Baron a little bit better, maybe 5-man group and try to force the issue, but they're comfortable just farming it out.
It is very hard to push if you do go for the 5-man, since they have the Anivia clear.
Yeah.
But even if they could do a 4-1, keep that castle on the sideline.
Yeah, exactly.
But just gaining gold, getting more scaling is never bad for their champions.
Yeah, it's not the worst situation. I mean, if you were the other team, maybe, but yeah, I mean, when you're just looking to scale, what's it matter?
I'd say the only thing they're really lacking right now is more of a second tank. Right now, the only real tank they have is that Nautilus. Warwick's kind of tanky while he has his W up, but definitely much more of a bruiser build. So
yeah, I was gonna make...
They might just need to get enough shred to end up getting through the Ramen Renegades items, since they have 3 tanks.
Oh. Ooh, can they catch the Uter here? Is he just... Yep, no. Yeah, I was going to make that point earlier. I was kind of looking to say that maybe the Warwick should have elected into a tankier build here, just to give the rest of his players who were ahead early just the capability to be able to team fight.
Yeah, just be more of a front line for the Akali, Kai'Sa combo.
Double fly.
Oh, that's not the only one.
After the Mord ultimate finished, Warwick, if he had ulted before it went off, I believe that's unstoppable. So
yes, it is.
But
You are correct.
Just
Ooh, he hits the hook. Ooh, and they follow it up with the Uter. Yeah, look at this balance. Oh, yeah, and he's emoting.
Unfortunately, Uter can double shield and just is so tanky at this point. It's like, alright, you hit me, but if I can walk away, I won't die.
Anytime that CC right to... Oh my gosh, just run the Kai'Sa down under the turret. 80 carry things. Shut down for shutdown.
At least does melt tanks pretty well, so she gets the trade back, but Uter just picked up 1,000 gold for that flash kill on the Kai'Sa.
Yeah, that's not a bad trade for the Uter. He also had shutdown gold, so a little bit back to the Kai'Sa, but
now
definitely
Kai'Sa is working towards the last Whisper item. Hopefully that'll be the LDR. That'll help a lot, trying to get these tanks on the team of Ramen Renegades.
I can, this is, it's getting a little bit closer, actually. I thought the red team here would run away with this, with the Kai'Sa, Cassidy being ahead early, but I think, like you said, not having that front line makes it hard. When the war kind of has to run away, he can only look kind of for the ult follow-up. It's hard to allow your backline to hit. Oh my gosh.
This is also
shot.
with this Uter build. where he does the damage because the Q magic's bored, and now he's going super tanky, so can still assassinate your carries, but you can't kill.
Just running everywhere. I don't even know who he Mordekaiser ulted. The Kassadin, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, but the Uter's just looking. Oh my god, the Anivia crowd control here, and it's just gonna be hard as hell.
Yeah, right there, the Knot need to turn around a little sooner to try to keep distance from Kai'Sa to Udyr.
Oh.
If he can keep Udyr from killing the Kai'Sa there, maybe win that fight.
Ooh.
Okay, they get Umu, and then the Uter Kassadin. The fighting is still everywhere. It looks like they're gonna clap the cheeks of this Warwick here real quick.
Yeah, definitely very good. A strong team fighting comp still from the side of Ramen Renegades, where they have a lot of control in the fights. The Anivia slow field, the Udyr stuns, and the Mord AoE slow now that he has the allies.
Yeah, this blue team.
True,
Don't worry, we got Sivir.
Sivir did die.
I mean, the Sivir ultimate would be really good here to allow the Mordekaiser and the Uter to get in there even quicker. With the Amumu.
It's a very well thought out team comp where your team wants to run at them mainly, but you have the extra speed with the Sivir ultimate. Amumu kind of is the hard to get.
Oh my god! The Baron steal from the Kai'Sa from the W.
Nicely done.
Oh my lord. I didn't even notice it for a second. Holy shit. Oh my god, that's
when you just say thanks for the leash.
Yeah, that's and then you get banned from the league, but
I was gonna say, I can do that, I don't think so.
High impact while dead.
that's the kind of ADC we're looking for. Hey, it's the ADC life, you know? That's where you're at now.
You feel like an ADC or
Hey.
you're not playing with a weapon.
Don't worry, freaks on the balance team now. 80 carries will be you'll do like 1% more damage or something.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
Yeah, as everybody else gets 7 times more damage, so they'll still clap you. But, you know, Covert, if it makes you feel any better, your autos might do 6 instead of 7 damage. I would have allowed it. Alright, well, the head of the league says you can type thank you for the leash after that Baron steal. So, well, feel free to go for it. I mean, that was such a beautiful, beautiful Baron steal. They needed that. Kind of keep themselves scaling here. How many people on the red team got that? Did everybody get that? They all up?
Everyone did. Looks like Kelly didn't,
Probably
Yeah.
doesn't have.
but
Wow.
the rest look like they do. Just haven't seen Warwick.
What a
Warwick doesn't have it, so
Warwick
the
doesn't have it
three in
either.
the mid have it.
the one thing I'm confused about. Oh wait, are they going in? Oh my gosh, they're going in. The pop off, the Kai'Sa, just like you said,
that
melting.
Time Udyr didn't get on the Kai'Sa.
Yep.
He was able to melt them.
Oh, the Amumu ult, the Kai'Sa, like you said, just melting this line. Gonna be on the Mordekaiser here as soon as he comes out of that, but the Anivia possibly
That's
might
dodge
just.
Anivia.
Yep. Can't do much, but here comes the Akali. Ooh, but misses the RE. Gets the Q for the slow, taps the
Flanked
R.
by the Warwick.
Yep, we're coming in.
Nicely done.
Ignavia down.
Very well fight there by the
Very
Ghost.
nice.
They lost
Yeah.
a lot of this, but picked up 4.
That Kai'Sa was able to just farm them.
Yeah, and Kai'Sa has the LDR now. She already has a lot of innate tank shred
Mm-hmm.
in the kit anyway, so again, that's a fight where you have that scaled up late game AD carry. You just want to sit in front of her and let her deal out the damage.
Yeah. I mean, they played that perfectly.
Sivir's here. Sivir
Do they
can never
end?
get killed by the enemy team, so it actually is impossible for her to win this fight. And
they
the
don't
bounces! The bounces!
Oh!
The bounces!
The Q-in shutdown!
Nice.
Nicely
Oh, the
done by
shutdown.
Covered Panda there.
Oh. Get those autos down. Gets 2. They get the 3rd. The Amumu ult to...
Live.
Yeah.
The Sivir spell
Sivir
feels very
lived.
nice.
Wow.
You'll
All
never
right.
kill Covered Panda 7
Yeah.
times.
I would say you'll never get him 7 times without him getting a kill.
But very well played there. Well defended on the base. Just utilizing those bouncing blades with the still farmed up damage items to shred out the post-fight team Ghosts.
Yeah,
Now they're picking up a lot on the back end of it.
Yeah, they overstayed and they paid for it. The Silver flashed in there, knew that, you know, what she had to do there to punish that, and how they're able to kind of return these turrets.
Yeah, it's one where on the side of Goats, you had that big team fight win, you're feeling good, probably looking for an end, but you look at the spawn timers, If you had backed out right after Inahib, you could have spent your gold and been in a little better position, maybe to set up here for this soul again coming up for you.
Yeah. Yep, 43 seconds here for the overpowered Hextech Soul. I don't see a lot of Chemtech Souls. Haven't seen too many of those, but we get back-to-back Hextech in this series.
Chemtech is best grade, just because of the
Hextech's still getting all
plants.
the
They're
love.
so good.
Yeah, Chemtech is really good in this meta with as long as your top lane and stuff is ahead because of the sustain it gives.
The other goats are still setting up around the Baron. They're still trying to set up the wave control first, so they're not grouped quite yet. Gotta
Yeah,
make
looks
sure they're
like
as
they're-
5 before a fight starts.
It looks like they're getting cryo here, and it's going to be hard for the blue team to walk in here. But the work
Ooh.
Or it
times
gets out,
that
but
one
has
though.
to use that ultimate to escape.
Yeah, that's
And now they
not
have
great.
Udyr kind
They're
of
on the
behind
flank.
them.
Yeah. Can they pincer this?
A very awkward position. for
Ooh,
Alex.
forces the Akali flash.
And
Oh, but the Nautilus ults for the CC. They're trying to disengage here. I think the red team just wants out. Yeah, they're going to go
Still
down.
losing the Nautilus, but we'll cede over the third Hextech Dragon to the Ramen Renegades.
Yeah, oh, she goes for it. I was saying the double
TP
TP.
into the enemy base.
It's not double, it's a single TP. Yeah, uh-oh.
Mumu just
Yeah.
gets back, so
It looks like they're going to be able to stop this. Yeah. Just going to R, probably
get
just
the
look
tower?
it. Yep. Yeah. Ooh, but the fight going on in the Dragon Pit. Who even picked up that skull? The blue team does get the
Ramen
skull.
Renegades did get it.
Or the Dragon.
It was a good heads-up play. They saw the TP immediately, and 3 of them got back to save the base.
Yeah.
And they still were able to secure that dragon.
Yeah, that was a good,
A very
Pressure
tight
call.
one. Both teams on Hextech Soul Point. And Baron's coming up in 20 seconds.
yeah, this is, it's coming down to the wire here. This is definitely the last couple team fights. These really important soul points, Baron. Both teams kind of hitting their damage spikes. Udyr is just
They can
walking.
burst out this Udyr here, that'd be huge. Flash it out.
Oh,
Can they burst him out?
Nice
Ooh, the fear!
Flash into fear. Well played, Leon.
Nice.
Good
Yeah,
flash
that was
by
really
Mumu
good.
to avoid that hook.
Gives that red
great
team this
jungler
bear.
in the league. What did I say?
Do they get the? Oh,
Ooh, you've been doing the solo duo in line this right. You've been making them get this correct.
Me?
Yeah.
Why
the
me?
other two.
Hadn't you been the one playing?
Hey, but training him up like some sort of like training montage sequence.
Mindless is looking ridiculous in these games.
Yeah, he's popping off. He's literally
Yeah,
hacking.
all me.
He's hacking.
Who's been training them up in secret?
Yeah, like getting
Mindless,
ready.
that's my boy.
Hey, I mean, he's got, you know, one of the most important things for supports on top of, you know, just being there at the right time, of course, is the vision score and the vision control to enable the rest of your team. And I mean, he's got 75 vision score, 35 minutes, which is
You
good.
can see the vision they had around Baron probably took it. They've got
Yeah.
fantastic vision on their side.
You know, it's. Oh my gosh, that's.
little-
Oh,
What's
oh,
happening?
A little
Oh, no.
ambitious there from the Udyr.
now that's a trip going right to hell.
Definitely
That's-
a very strong power point.
Yeah, he took that Hextech portal right into the hell. That was not. Oh, the Sever ult looks like they're looking to engage, but you know, Cassidy
Run
with
down
the
the Cassidy.
14 flashes
Ooh.
and out.
They force out his
14 flashes and then the actual flash.
Yeah, then the actual flash. Red team.
Trying to fund up the attack until Slug can respawn. They got 30 more seconds.
Yep. This is a tense point of the game right here. Ooh, Sivir doing a little bit of damage here now. Can't be completely ignored, but you know, 80 carry life, so.
Yep, got that 3-item power spike ready to carry. Despite having been behind, picked a couple kills late, and now it's looking very strong.
Yeah, he's able to at least put down a little bit. The Kai'Sa at full build here gonna be terrifying.
That's when you just call out their full build. They can't get any stronger. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah. All they gotta do
We just
wait out this
full build.
wait out this barren farm. I mean, they got 3 Hextech dragons, so it's definitely not looking.
They did a very good
All
job
grim.
holding off the push there in the 4v5, not even losing that open inhib mid. With the Udyr having been dead for so long, it could have been a time for Goats to try something in the 4v5.
Yeah, yeah. But doing a good job. Just both of these teams coming out week 1, I'm really impressed with some of the teamwork, the late game scaling, playing to their win conditions, and like you just said, that team coordination to immediately get back and save your base while still picking up the Baron.
Yeah,
Or I'm sorry, the
nice.
Dragon. Yeah, that's hard to make those calls in those tense situations. Everybody has to listen, immediately, and I mean, they did it flawlessly.
Setting up for the Dragon Soul fight coming up in a minute.
Ooh, the
Nice
flash.
there by Kaisa. That good Anivia wall to cut her off.
Still has the cleanse, at least for this fight here. 50 seconds.
Looks like instead of grouping up to do the 5-man fight, we've sent 2 bottom on the side of Goats. They're gonna have to be careful not to get picked off here.
Yeah, this is an interesting play. I'm wondering what's going through their minds right here. The Mimu goes in here. They're just fighting everywhere. They kind of leave the Kai's out to dry, though. She's going to go down.
Picked up.
Yeah.
Kaisa almost put down enough damage to burst out the Anivia, but a good Horde ult saves that mid lane
Oh,
carry.
the Hex Gate.
Hex Gate out. Yeah, that was
What
an
is
interesting... I'm wondering what was going through their heads there.
Now in the 3v5, it looks like the Ramen Renegades will pick up this Hex
Ooh,
Soul.
Cassidy going for the inhib?
Yeah, I think Hassinen has to threaten the base, but she doesn't need a minion wave because...
It's open everything.
there's no
Open
Nexus
Nexus
turret.
here.
Yeah. The Anibia's
No, the
back,
turrets
though.
are down.
Yeah,
It's just
Shunpo
open
has been
Nexus.
farming out of his mind this game, you are correct.
There no Nexus turrets. Threatening it, but the Uter's here. Prowler's Claw, Deadaroo.
Trying for that XPK play, but they were ready to defend the base.
Tense Hex Tech
Now
Dragon
they're trying
here.
to run back out to the Dragon.
Yeah, they gotta be everywhere. Oh, this fight's just going forever. The sustain is crazy, but eventually the Warwick takes down that Amumu.
Here is now here. Ooh, barely missed.
Oh! Alright,
Goes
on
onto
the...
the Akali. Akali's gonna fall.
Survived Brazil.
They killed the jungler. They should now turn back and try and look for that Dragon.
What is the speed? Is it like...
Peter just has a little bit of boost speed, don't you know?
Yeah, it's like on crack.
He used Ghost there too.
Oh, okay. It's fine. So he's got Ghost and the Phase
man,
Rush, yeah.
The Goats do pick up the Hex Soul for themselves. So
Alright.
despite that wild course of events, they eventually pick up the Dragon. Oh,
It was the...
nice
Ooh.
fear.
Nice fear, but he's still just...
Run him down.
Just so
Goodbye
fast.
forever. Yeah, even the warp speed,
Oh.
not even enough. The Kai'Sa ult though
Hey.
into the Q.
Ooh.
Bolt was
Nice
good.
pickup. Oh, they could
That's
threaten that.
good.
They could threaten the end here. 2 down. Shooter down for a hot minute.
Yeah, it'll end up.
Whoop, missed the ult though
Very
into
nice.
the exhaust.
Got out of.
Oh,
Ooh,
but the
just
Kai'Sa
gets enough.
Q.
If you win,
They could
Oh,
try to run it just through the mid lane at this point. They don't need to go through the tower.
Yeah. Oh, but they're getting stalled.
Good
Not
night.
also ended up a little bit alone there. Rest of the team is trying to heal up some.
Both teams doing a really good job at just stalling it out. The Cassidy with that really good play mid, so they could get that dragon, even though they died right before it came up, and the Anivia there with that might have actually stopped the end of the game, being able to stall those people out there and kill that Nautilus.
Yep. It's one where you gotta remember you got that open at Hib and open Nexus, so if you
Yeah.
get that man advantage and you have the Hex Soul, you can look for just killing the Nexus before your team does.
Yeah, they should have immediately shifted into the mid lane as opposed to going for that turret dive.
But they're trying to set up a death push as the enemy team's gonna walk towards this Baron. They're
Uh-oh,
gonna pick
Good
off
night,
Uh-oh.
the
Lord
Ward.
Kaiser.
Oh
They
no!
pick up Mordekaiser, they'll also get the Amumu.
Ooh, maybe not. Ooh.
Nice stun there by Shunpo, saves the Amumu.
Ooh, the wall. Oh my god, he flashed the
Overgold
Mimir with the
miss.
ult. Oh my gosh. And
And it takes a
Sivir.
lot of damage but doesn't fall to the Kaisa, but they're now down in the 3v2. Looks like the Goats will now pick up that Baron.
This is a tense one. Oh my
A
gosh.
lot of fighting.
I can feel the tenseness, and I'm not even playing in this game. Just
Maybe
trying to
it
deal with that soul point, the Baron, the open inhib, Nexus.
Maybe it has reached the double flame horizon. Still farming like a madman. Still not full build also. Like, goodness.
Yeah, what, I think that's more farm than I had in both my games combined. That's,
That's quite a bit. 360? God damn.
360. The Cassidy, now I can't completely blame the lack of farm on the Cassidy because the Warwick oddly was taking a lot of the side lane pressure for most of this game. The Cassin was grouped mid, and gave the farm over to the Kai'Sa.
So now with the Baron and a lot of items on all the characters, do you look for pushing more waves, or you try to push down that mid lane and look for the end?
I mean, if I'm red team with a Soul, with a Kai'Sa, Kassadin, I just assume we win in that team fight, and I would push down mid and just try to end.
Yeah, you think you'd want a 5-man and just really make sure you peel for
Yeah.
that Kai'Sa and let her dish out the damage. Don't worry about diving the Anivia, just avoid her control area while you back off in the team fight and play it front to back.
Yeah, if I were Kai'Sa, I would have bought a QSS as opposed to the GA, and just have the full confidence to 5-man mid. Yeah, just PO4. They literally can't get her with the Mort ult. If the Anivia Q or the Amumu ult happens to hit her, she QSS's it, and she just goes to town.
They're picking up the towers though in the top lane. This is still it's more gold efficient if the game does continue on. But Kai'Sa gets a little too far forward without
she
the
goes.
team there.
Yeah.
There's the GA
And she's gonna go down anyway. Amumu ult locking this person down. The Nautil's gonna go down to the Mordekaiser Sivir, and they're continuing the fight, but the Akali looking to kill this Amumu. Gonna R2, yep, dead. But can she get the E? Oh my gosh!
Again, going for the back door. Gets stunned. Taken out.
Yeah, they're trying to force these fights under turrets they don't need to fight under, and it's blue team's doing a good job of punishing it, but
Oh, he's so fast. What the fuck?
if you're red team, you gotta ask yourself why not just 5-man down the middle and end here. And I mean, what do you need? Kai'Sa is full build. You don't need that gold.
You're getting more gold on the rest of your team.
Possibly,
if you're playing where the Kai'Sa's the person on the front, then your strongest person's the one who's gonna get hit by the stun and get picked out, like what just happened there, and now you don't have the GA.
And
so switches out the items, which is smart when the passive is down.
Yep. And you just walk mid here from the red team, and you don't have to worry about getting caught out or dealing with a turret or vision. You just deal with that open base. And the Kassadin really wants it. You can see every time that they leave it open for a second, he's trying to get in there. Look at that damage.
A little bit of Anivia damage there.
Yeah, and the Cosmos.
It might be a little bit of just game fatigue. It's going to a long one. It's been very back and forth.
Yeah, it's a bit tense. Oh, the pull under the Nautilus.
Keep that positioning up with your carry.
Double knock up on the ult. Nautilus kind of looking to try to get out, but the Amumu's kind of sticky. Oh, gets the pull back in. The Amumu. Ooh,
nice,
the Amumu Q's the other way. Yeah. And the Uter's getting in there. Dead. Nice pickup from the Sivir there onto the Akali. They're going to run down this Nautilus, kill her while the Zanya's the thing. The Kassadin trying to get out. Kai'Sa just kind of didn't have a front line. Nothing you could do.
Kai'Sa did a good job getting out, but then was stuck over the wall and wasn't able to auto-attack as the other people on her team were getting melted.
Yeah, that was really good target shift from that Amumu. Just immediately to the right as opposed to tunneling that Nautilus. Gets the double ult.
They got that ace. Uter went to pick up the wave, but Mort says, I'll just tank the towers, don't worry.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm a damage dealer. It's okay. I can't die. Alright,
And now with another 20 seconds, the minion wave shows up. Looks like the Ramen Renegades will close out this game too.
Wow.
And we'll take the series. But
yeah, we'll take the series.
Well played by both teams. Definitely showed a lot of fight on both sides. And very excited to see what they bring to the next couple of weeks.
That was so tense for both teams. 45 minutes back and forth. I was really impressed with the red team and the blue team's macro decisions there. The Kassadin trying to end, but stalling to get that Hextech Soul. The blue team responding. Just all around really good teamwork. In week 1, by the way. Yep. I mean, the teamwork only gets better.
You can see the teamwork coming in from having played in other leagues. So, used to playing in that 5v5 mindset.
Look at that Shumpo KDA right there. Juicy in the stats.
Shumpo is the king of getting a high KDA. Last season, he'd always complain about getting no kills before 20 minutes, and then would farm up massively like he did this game, and end up with a KDA like this.
Yeah, that's going to look beautiful in the spreadsheet. I'm sure it does. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell from that scoreline of him how tense and back and forth that game was. That was not smooth sailing for either team. They really just clawed their way back into that one.
Covert was actually planning to get that 6-9 score line just so he could be like, nice.
Oh,
But
jeez, man.
yeah, definitely a very back and forth series despite it being a 2-0 and well played by both teams.
Didn't have the best KDA on the team though last season. yeah, I can't say anything more about. I mean, that was a really tense back and forth fighting, but both teams really good stuff coming out of both teams. I can't say anybody played poorly there, or say anybody one person was at fault on either team. That was just a really well played game
For sure.
to close out the series.
And just a reminder for everyone watching, we have our VODs here on Twitch, and we've also made a YouTube channel where you can go and check them out as they get uploaded. We're going to try to keep them going up as quickly as we can. Also, if you're sitting on the Twitch Prime and you don't use it, feel free to send it over to this channel. We're going to try to use any of that money to go towards other mini tournaments we'll do and just go towards prizes for the season. So keep that in mind as well.
It's a perfect segue into our last announcement. Being, if you look in the announcements tab right now under the esports, Bulgaria posted our first tournament. Talking about that money going to tournaments and stuff. We're looking to be hosting a TFT tournament. You can read the details right in the Discord. Sign up right there. Form and everything is good to go. They're working out the finer details, but you can expect more events and more tournaments every month. More things to do for people who might not be in the league, might be on a sub list, might be, just looking to take part in something. So check it out.
Yeah, and especially if you're not on a team, definitely look to get into those tournaments. It's a way we're going to definitely try to keep up more participation, other than when you get subbed in playing games as people are needed. So definitely we're trying to keep that up for anyone not on team looking to get more playing in.
Yeah, they said at the beginning of this draft, the best way to get drafted or to be looked at or picked up as a sub is to just participate in the events, show your face in Discord. People learn those names and you generally get picked up. So I don't know if you guys are TFT players, but yeah, definitely look to participate, and then we'll have more. I don't want to spoil anything for the following months, but more other League of Legends, maybe not TFT, but other type of tournaments coming up in the following months.
For sure. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and we will catch you next time. Have a good one.
Yeah.
See y'all later.